Yeah. I did say to you that we had front camera working. Well, all we did at that stage was
turn
take.
it on.
No, we took a still. Okay.
You have control?
Yeah, I have control.
Oh, it's a beautiful day over here.
Yeah.
I think I was reading on the CA website, I think bizarrely we have to log this as UPUT and BP1 bridges.
Well, no, that's
I
what
wouldn't fancy my chances at landing a Nayland if I had to. Well, I mean, I'd fancy them. It wouldn't be comfortable, I don't think. I was looking at the ethos. So, we shouldn't fixate on these things, but do you have an adjustment for the data?
Yeah.
Yeah. And presumably you can adjust all the. You've got a heading bug as well, have you?
Yeah, you got a heading bug. I mean, if you go there, I mean, if you want to have a play.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So you could go.
Yeah.
If that's my level pitch, now press the button.
Hit it.
And then that does the level pitch.
Oh, that's easier than waypoint, start flight, realign.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't got any waypoints plugged into it, but what you can do is you get, that will give you an altitude.
Yeah.
That ribbon gives you an altitude, and you can change a ribbon for heading.
Huh. I've just spotted the slip ball as well. Oh well, we'll leave it. So.
I mean, the other thing you can do.
Oh, you put a go-to in.
Yeah. And that's. You've now got a go-to as well.
Yeah. Do you want to try and get up and above the layer? I think it's broken enough to get it, or scattered enough to get above it, isn't it?
Should I go through there?
Yeah, you can dive through there. They're consulting at the moment to make this illegal, aren't they?
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So.
One of the reasons was it also takes us away from plankton.
Yeah. They're miles. And there's nothing above us here, is there? 555 and then 10.5. So we don't want to go above 5,000 if we can help. Not that we've got the time.
No, don't be cheeky. Shouldn't really need it in the climb, but it did.
There's loads of murk about, isn't there?
Yeah.
Loads of moisture. Could really just abandon all other instruments with this thing, couldn't you? Really?
Yes. Yeah.
16 degrees. Going some at 3,000 feet.
Yeah.
Well, it's lovely above it.
It is. All looking very nice.
How high are you thinking of going to?
I don't know, 3.5. I was just intrigued by that layer beneath.
Yeah.
Because we don't really want that to come in underneath it if it's solid.
Do you want to do some stalls?
Yep.
Okay.
So,
do you do them often yourself?
Yeah.
Oh,
Height, we're plenty air brake is up. Your harness okay, hatch is okay. We've got one or two loose bits, but nothing particularly major. Nothing beneath us your side.
No, all fine.
Nothing beneath us this side. Carb heat. Get a bleep now.
Ethos was Bob Bomb actually. Yeah. Sort of don't really.
You get
waffle down,
you get
a little bit of Jodel.
You get this little bit of bobble, and that's it.
Yeah.
Want another one, or you're happy with that?
Yeah. Have you done one with power on? Or does it react? Not. What if you left a couple hundred on? Would it react badly, or would it?
It does tend to snap a little bit more.
Don't leave too much on, though. Yeah. That really does. Didn't notice that. You'd. the torque recovery is full power, prevent your pitch. But I really don't. I prefer the glider.
Yeah.
Because I learned on motor guys originally tonight, and unless you recover by attitude, and then you worry about the power afterwards.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. But
So you happy with those?
yeah. That'd be fine.
Okay. So you got the.
Do you want to have a go with these?
Yeah, of course I.
Shall I take control and you fiddle about with them and get them in the right positions?
Okay then.
So, hang on.
I need to get it straight and level. We're not sorted.
All right.
Okay.
You keep hold of it.
Yeah. Those looking nice down there.
Yeah. The big one's in. Is this GPS derived ground speed? Sorry, speed, or is it? Yeah. But it has a pressure feed as well, doesn't it? I suppose.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to have a go with these?
Yeah, of course.
So go on.
Yeah,
I have control.
You have control.
They're a homemade effort.
Yeah.
So they're not usually good, but I'll just turn her towards us. Alright, it's not in trim, so bad instructing, but so if I give you control, so 3.5 can be the reference, and I've managed to let it slow down and got it off the step, so I don't know if you want to try it. So you have control?
I have control. Do you want me to get it back onto the step?
Yeah, try and get it on at 90 and call that the references. And obviously these EFIS make a scan a bit irrelevant really, because I suppose you do a mini scan on the EFIS, don't you?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah.
I mean, what I would be tempted to do,
make it big.
I've overdone it.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
make that easier.
And that really wide horizon just helps you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, when you got it established at speed, pick a height reference and declare it, and then we'll use those as the references, and I'll give you just some headings to steer. We'll just do 10 minutes of instrument flying, just to, if you do 10 minutes every so often, that keeps your hand in, doesn't it? So.
In total, I think it's about 18 hours of instrument, but
yeah.
it's ages since I've done any.
Yeah. You get skill fade like nobody's business with it, don't you? So,
yeah.
I will try and do 2 people's worth of lookout while we're doing that as well.
Yeah, okay.
So your references are 3300, so 3,300 and 90 knots, and your heading of, so make a heading of 280,
yep.
I suppose, and then just, the slip rule's pretty accurate looking at it, isn't it? So that's, that's good, and you might as well practice a scan, I suppose, just master instrument.
Yeah.
It's a bit like you getting kicked about.
Yeah.
Focusing on, we were doing approach the other day, and I could either get track and not height, or I was off on my height references and lost my track.
Yeah.
And let's come left to 240. In some ways, instrument flying is easier, isn't it? Because you keep on your references, because you don't have to worry about lookout things. But as soon as you start, so the PPL skills test requirement is to fly into a bank of cloud and do a 180-degree turn and fly back out. Okay. So maybe in a second we'll do that. How are those goggles working? Are they?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I know that I'm losing height a bit.
Make the reference 3,000 if you like. That's a nice, or 3,100. That's a nice round one. Just watch your heading.
So you're heading again.
Yeah. Well, what I'd like, I think, is a 180-degree turn to the left, because we are actually about to fly into a cloud, so that would be, we need to do that anyway.
Okay.
And that's really... So rate 1 turn at 90 knots is about 12 degrees angle of bank, I think.
Well, you have a rate 1.
Oh, do you? Well, you can tell me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so that little marker is a rate 1, yeah. It's the true airspeed over, or the IAS over 10 plus 7, isn't it? So that would be 16 degrees.
Right. As I say, I cheat because the machine does it.
So if you So you're flying along, probably in weather like this, you fly into cloud, your first actions are if you're instrument rated, you then declare yourself IMC, so you'll check your safety altitude, climb to it, the best rate of climb if you need to.
Yep.
You'll check for icing, you'll change your air traffic service to get a traffic service or above.
Yep.
And then you'll probably ask for vectors to the nearest airport for a letdown. Now as a PEEP, without any instrument qualification,
Yeah.
you'd probably just check your altitude is safe, do a 180 degree turn, as you've just done.
Yeah.
So no, that's really good. Shall I do some, it's good to leave you on just for about 10 minutes, just because
Yeah,
you get it at the start, don't you, and then slowly,
as it builds on.
it's easier to fixate later, isn't it?
Yeah.
But no. Okay, right,
Yep.
let's come right on to 120. And what I might do, if you're happy, we'll do those unusual positions we talked about.
Yeah.
So I'll let you get on your references.
To,
120. Shall I have control for a second?
You have control.
I have control. Just lift the goggles up and relax a bit and take yourself off. So I'll just talk through the unusual position recovery.
Yeah.
So there's only two.
Okay.
There's nose high, turning, and nose low.
Yeah.
So nose high, you smoothly apply full power, roll wings level, and pitch, and an aircraft like this at the same time, really.
Yeah.
When you're descending, if the airspeed's increasing, you bring the power off to an appropriate amount. You might not want to bring it all off because of car bicycle things. And then you roll wings level first, and then pitch.
Okay.
So it's almost the same recovery, just with that important difference. It's pitch and roll if nose high,
Yeah.
roll, then pitch if nose low.
Yeah.
And I won't do anything dramatic.
Okay.
It's just,
Yeah.
obviously, if you do go inadvertently IMC and you're not ready for it, when it can go really, really wrong, can't
Yeah.
it? So, okay, so if you're happy, just get those goggles back on, and I'll get you back on. Get back on a reference, and then what I'd like you to do is just look straight down at
Yeah.
your lap, and I'll just do a little bit of manoeuvring, and then I'll give you control. And I'd like you to just go back to straight and level. Okay, you have control.
I have control.
And just straight and level on whatever reference we end up on, and that'll become the new reference.
Okay.
That's good. Okay, I have control again.
You have control.
You have control.
I have control.
Very good. And one more. I have control.
You have control.
Car beat's still on. You have control.
I have control.
Nice, and they're back. So the new reference could be 275. There we go. That's where we ended up. 3,500 feet. And then you can be, what the heck happened there? Get back on my, get all the internal gyros reset.
Yeah.
And the trick is always to make the person sat on the ground. Yeah, sorry, car beat's still on.
Yeah.
Person sat on the ground do the work for you. So
Yeah.
you can call up D&D and say, right, I'm lost, request a steer to Nayland, request safety altitude. If you can't find it on your chart, they'll tell you, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can descend to safety altitude and hopefully you'll pop out the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's, I don't know if you want to do a bit more for practice, or you can take it off now if you've had enough.
It's a nice practice because, as I say, it's something I don't do.
Yeah.
I do tend to go through all of the other different bits and pieces, but but
you can't do it on your own.
Don't do this one, you know.
Well, I'll just give you some steers and some heights and vectors if you like.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Almost vector you around. So it's about time to start moving back, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll sort of vector us around a few clouds, and then maybe when we get a convenient point, we'll do a PFL, and then it can be back for a join.
Yep.
That's good. And descend to 2,500. Correction, 2,000. Or
okay,
what would traffic control say? Continue descent to 2,000. 200. Okay, turn right, heading 240.
Turn right 240.
This is the bit that always foxes me when you get heights and bearings, or headings, sorry. Just going through a little tuft.
Yep.
There we go. These trend bars are really useful actually, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right, turn left, heading 270. So all the way round.
Alright.
Long way round.
Left 270. So they repeat it twice then, did it?
They would do if you said something odd like that. If you're telling them to go the long way round, they'd say it twice. I don't know if that's proper RT phraseology, but I've definitely heard them do it. So.
Yeah.
You feel like you're getting into the swing of it. It seems you seem more steady on the references.
I think what is happening now is the fact that I'm more comfortable, having said that, I cocked it up a bit, I'm more comfortable doing a sort of four-way reference.
Let's watch you, 10 degrees to go.
Yeah.
Okay, descend 1,700, turn right, heading 2. I'm trying to make it more difficult by doing two things at once here, which is a bit of a game. Might need a bit of carby as well if you... I might just say level 1,800.
Level 1,800.
That's good, and turn right 300.
Turn right 300.
Don't know if you can see out of the corner of your eye, but we're dodging through some little angly bits out the bottom of the cumulus.
Right.
Okay, if you can, climb to 2,000. Climb to 2,500. I may stop climbing in a bit if we run out of
climb
headroom.
to 2,000, sorry, beg your pardon?
2,500.
2,500.
Balls in the middle, that was very nice. Sometimes you see people, when they're concentrating on the scan, they forget their feet, you know, things like that. So you may feel a little lump as we go over the top of the queue. And when you're steady on those references, 2,500, 300, 90 knots. We'll take the goggles off in position for a PFL, aren't they? I'm on, lovely. You happy with that, Uncle? Was it?
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, excellent.
Right. Go on live control. I'll just hold the level while you...
Oh, there's the land.
It was a bit of a shock, isn't it?
I'll put these in the back just temporarily.
Yeah. So you have control.
I have control.
Do you want to keep us clear of cloud and just pick a I mean, that area over there, it's a bit built up around here, isn't it? But if you want to keep this height and fly a full PFL pack, and just pull the PFL on yourself when you're ready.
Yeah.
And,
what I will do is I will just watch Wormingford,
Yep.
which is in that direction.
Oh, okay. We don't want to blunder through that.
No. Okay, so engine has stopped, trimming for a glide, so that's looking for 70. Okay, mixture, fuel pump is going to come on. Just checking here that if it's not responded, then I change the tank.
Yep.
I'm on 2 mags, so that's everything there is seeming to be working fine. I'm looking down, I've got a field.
Lovely one,
okay, so I've got Boxted there.
Yep.
I'm looking for a restart. It's not restarting. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Golf Alpha Yankee Echo Hotel. Forced landing, engine failure, 2 POB into Boxted. And setting up a pattern.
Rumbles a little bit, doesn't she, if she's in idle?
Yeah.
Idle. What direction are you planning to land?
Coming back on myself.
Yeah. Yeah, so go around when you're ready.
So basically, you know, what I'd be doing is I'm now white arc, so air brake, and then I'd be down and round without a problem.
Yeah.
No, you want me to do it, or are you all right?
Go around, might as well. We don't want to go too low. And I reckon by the time we get back, that'll be an hour.
Okay.
Not that I know where back is. I know it's over there somewhere.
I know it's fairly high. My preference to fly high. I'm on the front tank. The fuel pump has come on. I'll let it run for a moment or two. Oh, we reached our waypoint. Stopped looking at that one. Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much.
That's all right. No, that's good.
I really enjoyed that under the hood.
I was trying to. What did I? I tried to write something down. Meant to write something down for it. I thought the scan came on. Sort of got increasingly better as you did it more often. Really, it's good, I suppose, because if you only do VFR flying, you don't want to be fixated on the instruments, do you? So it's
yeah, it was a very different thing to have to do, which was really useful.